Hi everyone and welcome back to to what exactly? Well, this is a pretty unusual, probably only one time happening type of a short, or not so short actually, video made to summarize why I don't have the strength to write in a separate post. The post will probably show up anyway. It will cover the most important parts, so this is just a bit longer version with more explaining of what was happening for the past weeks and including some whining and a bit of emotional opening of mine. So if you just do not feel like listening, feel free to check the post section for the too long don't read information type. One should show up there not long after this video will be posted. So first things first. I'm finally back from my trip to America. It was supposed to last a week, but turned out to be more than two, I believe. The obvious question rising now is, how was it actually? Well, if I were to honestly describe it as short as I am able to and actually think about it, I would just probably say that I simply regret going there. That's it. There's a lot of regret connected to it. The question why has one or more than one simple answer, and actually all of them are pretty depressing. I need to clarify that I had a lot of fun there, and I thought that it was okay. But yeah, from the outcome of it, I got to know a lot of bad things. So, first of all, I've lost my partner again, just like the last year around that time. We just went our separate ways. When I came back home, I was bombarded with absolute negativity and actually got to know and get it pretty clarified that during my trip, I was simply met with a lot of fake smiles, some pats on the head, and nods from people who think it's okay and normal to act this way. Then go ahead and talk about others behind their back, try to nitpick, and absolutely belittle someone in others' eyes. And yeah, there were also some weird and really unfair ultimatums that shown up along the way, as well as a lot of pain, some indecisiveness, maybe even some cowardness on both sides. And to clarify, I know that mistakes were also made on both sides, but I do feel like nothing really explains and justifies such behavior, and that this kind of hateful, prejudice towards someone is also not fair. In the end, I got to actually realize and learn, of course, the hard way, that sometimes when people tell you that they love, prioritize, and cherish you beyond anything, they can just lie right in your face. And it's just not always as obvious as we wish it was, but it happens. It's cruel, sounds more than dramatic right now, but that's how I feel now, and that's how a lot of things sounds to me right now, so you guys really need to bear with me for some time. Also, that actually leads me to warn you guys a bit that a tone of the next few weeks, or maybe months, cannot tell, videos may be a bit more gloomy, sad, and depressing. Of course, I will try my fox best, promise, to keep my tail up and fight for it, as always, but it may not always be easy, so just please forgive me for the negativity and bear with me while I'm trying my best. Thank you. Alright, now to the hopefully more interesting part. Since I'm back, it's time to go back to recording as well. First, let's actually look a bit further into the past then. Where I left, I managed to finish the special for 100 and nearly 200 subscribers that will show up any day now. It's been really, really, really heavily delayed. I believe it was supposed to be out around September or October last year, and I was constantly getting sick back then, not able to speak. It was time where I also had a lot of work, and at the beginning of the year when I thought that I will finally get it done, I landed in a hospital at some point, then got a small short trauma after it, and now also there was my birthday and then my trip getting in the way. So yeah, as I see, just too much happening at once, guys. Or maybe not at once, but prolonged in time enough to make it hard to focus on it. 𝒟𝑘𝓃𝓃, guys, a special will be divided into 3 parts. 3 different games each, and then at the end of the 3rd episode, there will be a sort of a summary to show you how many points out of 10 I gave each game and why it was this score. Special will also be in both English and Polish, so there will be a total of 6 episodes with each of them having unique games in it to make things a bit more interesting. All of this should take around 3 days in total, hopefully, with 1 Polish and 1 English part coming out at the same day to make it equal, of course. Alright, the next thing from the past. Before my trip, I was playing World of Warcraft a lot, and it generated an idea for a new type of short video that I wanted to make. I've recorded a whole event that happened some time ago. I think it was around beginning of March or end of February, and it was connected to mount racing. The event was called the Outland Cup and was a skywriting event. I was very sick at the time, you will probably hear it in the video, guys. I was also very bored and very desperate to do something a bit more productive than sneezing, so that's how the idea was born, basically. First, I've planned to make it into shorts, so each episode will probably include like 4 hellos and goodbyes. I will see what I can do to actually cut them and make it more watchable. I will glue the short parts into a bit longer ones. Probably each video will be around 6 to 10 minutes at max, including a short intro, of course. I've decided to give a separate episode to each area that the races actually took place in and that we've completed. So I kinda wanted to keep it a bit more sorted out that way. I hope to get all of these episodes out in one day as well, to just not prolong it too much since it already happened some time ago, but we'll see how it will go. Now, we're finally back to the present, guys. Happy Easter, everyone. It may be dark and gloomy for me, but hope you're all well and cheerful during that time, and that you're spending it with the ones that you love. There should be a 1 episode special in English that will be an Easter special, but I don't even have the game that it's supposed to be from on my Steam yet, so I'm not saying too much. For some time, and by that I mean at least a few weeks or months, I want to pause our 𝒟𝑗𝒃 2 series. I was sick long before my trip, I was sick during my trip, and now I'm still struggling a bit. I got to learn that it's laryngitis, and we'll just have to not use my throat too much. And those Tuesday episodes usually are the easiest way to make me suffer, and I do really feel the impact of an hour or nearly 2 hours episode. The rest of the series remains untouched as of now, and since it's Easter time, we also have some in-game Easter events. They're happening in both 𝒟𝑘𝓃𝓃 and Medieval Dynasty that are ongoing series, so be sure, guys, that we'll try to complete them both. When it comes to 𝒟𝑔, of course, I'll have to speed things up a bit and most likely pre-record the episodes. I will try my best to not miss the event this year and survive. Now, the last part, what the future holds. I'm still working on the fully pre-recorded series that I promised some longer time ago. I had already around 13 episodes done and recorded, with each of them being around half an hour or 40 minutes long, but the audio was just terrible. It was cutting, it was glitching out, sometimes being too loud, sometimes too quiet. I just couldn't get it right, and no matter how hard I tried to fix it, it was just not happening. So everything there was not savable in the end, and it led me to scrap all of the episodes and start from the very beginning. Gladly, it all took long enough, around a few months, to make me forget most of what was happening, so I can enjoy the game like it's a brand new thing. I guess that's a positive, but still, the whole experience was beyond frustrating, and believe me, I've wasted so much time on it. It was just my tears, blood, and sweat in it, and at some point I had to just stop and give myself kind of revaluation if I do really want to record it, if I want to try again, because it's already been so much trouble. So I just had to give it a thought or two. But in the end, I think that the game is worth giving it a try. I find it really, really beautiful. I find it really nice. And I do love that it's pretty similar to something that we've played already in the past and that you guys also enjoyed. So I'm actually excited and more than happy to show you what I have prepared and yeah, see how you guys will actually take it. I've also had, as I think I mentioned before a few times, another series planned that was supposed to be heavily modded. This series was supposed to be Stardew Valley. I've played both the vanilla game and the modded version, and I loved both of them absolutely. At the moment, on my Steam page, I have nearly 200 hours from what I see in-game, and I am not sure if the modded time also counts in that, because I think it could be around another 200 there. But well, there must always be some but. The problem with actually executing the plan to record the series from it came when the mod pack that I've made was constantly not working and crashing the hell out of my game. I did things with and without tutorials, even got help from a friend, and we still, as of this day, did not manage to set up something that will be stable enough to let me record the series out of it. And I would love to record the game from start to finish, actually, and not have to worry about losing anything in the process. And, I'm aware that this is always like kind of a risk when playing modded games, especially I think when it comes to games like Stardew Valley, because I believe that to this day, if like so many years after release, this game doesn't really have the official mod supporting system. So I had to use like some third-party app, some like outside engine to run the games like separately apart from the normal launching options that I would have on Steam. So there is a lot of trouble connected to it. I also think that it would be worth it, but at the moment I don't think I have brain capacity to deal with it. So I will try to resolve it. If not, I will have to just ask someone else to help me out with creating a pack that would meet my expectations and work. Alright, so now the time's for a little short disclaimer. So, as you know from the beginning of this episode, guys, I'm now in my depressed mood, and I'm actually feeling like playing something that will have a bit more survival than what we're usually playing. I want something with open world, with gathering stuff, with a lot of building freedom, and something that will be the most similar, I would say, to medieval dynasty, for example, that we have ongoing now. But I am looking for something that will actually have a bit more life and action in it. If you guys will have any suggestions, I'm more than happy to hear you out. And if I will feel like it and actually get to like the game, I may even want to record something from my adventures, of course. Well, now the last thing on this list that's even more unusual than this whole video itself. Lately I really got into Pokemon. And by that, I mean mostly trading card game and everything that's connected to it. That means gadgets, that means binders, that means any cards, just anything. I've got my cute binder actually from the Prismatic Evolution series that I'm collecting as a priority now, and it's already been filled with some things, but now I felt like it's time to actually give a try to something bigger. And since I've never did it, it just feels right. I've got a nice raise and additional benefits at my work, so I've pre-ordered a whole big box filled with cards and stuff in it that I would actually like to open with you guys as a part of probably one time special video. We'll unpack the whole thing, see what's inside, just test the grounds a little bit, and open a few cards booster packs to see if we're actually lucky or not. I'm aware that it is something I do not usually do on a camera, and as per someone's suggestions, I don't really want to mix the type of content that we're doing, but still, I'm at the point where I'm really, really glad to have this channel as my safe space. I'm glad that I can share things with you guys, and that actually led me to think that I also want to trust that it will maybe bring me some luck that I've been lately needing so desperately, because it feels like I actually gave all of it away to my significant other before we broke up, and he definitely did not cherish and appreciate it enough. So I can't get it back, and now that I don't have anyone to share the rest of my luck with, I kind of want to share it with you all and see where it takes us and what we can do with it. In the meantime, I think that's all that I actually wanted to talk through in this video, guys. You have a nice weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.